Welcome to the Book Report, hosted by Tyler Booker, T-Book, University of Alabama, all SEC, All-America candidate. I'm AP Stedham, multimedia personality from LA, Lower Alabama. Hey, T-Book, New Haven in the house.
Yes, sir. How we doing, AP?
We're doing great, man. We're doing great. We have a special guest this week, Ty Simpson, University of Alabama quarterback. Hey, Ty.
How you doing, AP?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Hey, Tyler and Tyler, you have 100 people on the football team, 100 plus. How did y'all connect?
Oh man, well, just really through recruiting. My journey thinking about coming to Alabama. Alabama kind of came into the picture late for me as recruiting goes, and Ty hit me up, and we built a great relationship over social media. And he was really a big part of the reason why I ended up coming to the University of Alabama.
Uh-huh. Hey, Ty, what do you tell people about playing quarterback at the University of Alabama?
It's a privilege, and it's honestly the best blessing you could have, especially when you got a guy like Tyler Booker there blocking for you.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Hey, I'm going to call an option here. I'm going to have T-Book ask Ty a question.
Okay, Ty, what's one of your favorite memories of ours so far?
Favorite memories? We were just talking about this. So there was a time our freshman year where everybody stays in Bryant Hall there on campus, all football athletes especially. And one time it was me, Tyler, and Jamarian Miller. And we kind of built a connection because we were both all on offense, and we all just kind of felt the same and built a good connection. But anyway, there was one time we all planned on going to eat one night, and so I was driving around. I was the only one who got a car. And Tyler couldn't drive, and I was not trusting Jam to drive. So we probably went to eat around 6:30, and we were still new to Tuscaloosa, so we're finding spots. We tried Chuck's, tried Five, Longhorn, Texas Roadhouse, all of them. But when we stopped first, we would let Jam go out and see what the time was, the weight on the list, and so he'd come back and he'd be like, "Oh, it's 35 minutes. Okay, let's go to the next one," because we were hungry. "Oh, this one's 20 minutes. Okay." And he'd say 45 minutes. So we were driving around all around Tuscaloosa just to buy time for us to come back and eat. And so I don't know what we ended up on, but by the time that we came back, we were like, all right, let's just go back to whatever restaurant we were at. And we go up there and we're like, hey, we put our name down on the list, and the lady's like, no, you didn't. And so we were like, wait, what? So we've been driving around for 45 minutes, and we're at Jam like, hey, did you not put us on the list? He was like, no, I didn't know I was supposed to. And we ended up going back to Bryant Hall, not even eating the rest of the night.
It was so funny because like my thought was like, all right, we killed enough time going to the other restaurants. Like the first one, let's say the first one we went to was Chuck's. We're like, okay, Chuck should be ready by now. Like our table at Chuck should be ready. And Jam was like, what do you mean it should be ready? I didn't put our name down. And that was a funny one. That was a real funny one.
That one was brutal.
Yeah, the execution was lacking.
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny after the fact, but going to sleep hungry that night wasn't funny at all.
Oh my goodness. Hey Ty, you have a question for T-Book.
Yeah, so let me think. How is it playing lineman at the University of Alabama? Because from a quarterback, I understand, but how is it from a lineman's perspective?
Well, I'm going to answer that question just like you answer AP. Like it's a privilege, it's a blessing. It's one of the best honors that you can have to be seen as reliable, trustworthy enough, and elite to the level to where you can start a game at the University of Alabama and do so for multiple years. It's really a blessing and it feels great. And every day I have to pitch myself and make sure I'm not dreaming because just learning my journey, my trajectory, everything that I've been through to get me to this point it's truly a blessing. So to be able to be an offensive lineman at the University of Alabama, to be able to be a starter and a captain, it's really all the dream come true because I've always wanted to be at a level, play at a high level since I've come into college. So yeah.
Hey, Ty, I wanted to ask you, what is the best thing you can do as the backup quarterback at the University of Alabama to contribute to your team's success?
Yeah, you just always got to be ready. You hate to be the guy who isn't ready. Your number gets called, and you don't execute up to the level that you want to. Especially when I'm sure the quarterback position. Everybody wants to play, but there's only one player on the field at a time at the quarterback position, and my job as the two is to make sure that if anything ever happens to Jalen, that I go in and I execute like nothing ever happened. So my best advice would be to just go in there and always be ready and make sure that when your number gets called that you do everything to rally your troops.
Mm-hmm. What's the best thing, T-Book and Ty, about playing in Baton Rouge against those LSU Tigers?
Well, neither of us actually played in the game last time we were there, but I feel like the best part was just the atmosphere, and that's a big part of the reason why you come to the SEC, come play football in the SEC, for the atmosphere, for the crazy games, the crazy fans. It was just, it was super, super duper loud. Definitely one of the loudest environments I've ever been in, football or not.
Yeah, definitely.
Ty, do you like playing night games or day games? It doesn't matter if you as a quarterback, you're trying to throw the ball down the field, your receivers trying to see the football. Is there a preference for you, nighttime or daytime?
I mean, it depends where the game is, I guess. If it's a day game, I would rather play it somewhere else than Bryant-Denny, just because it's probably going to be less loud than it is at night.
Yes.
If it's a night game, I would prefer play it at home because I know everybody's going to be riled up for that one.
What do you and T-Book do to have fun? T-Book, what do you and Ty do to have fun? Both of you can answer.
Oh man, really whatever. Like we like going out to eat a lot. We like playing video games. We like something that we do and that we've done like as freshmen. Like we'll watch film together and we'll always go over things. So like I'm able to give him a perspective from an offensive lineman, and he's able to give me a perspective from a quarterback. And it really doesn't matter what we're doing. Like we're each other's best friend on the team. So just being around one another is a great time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ty. You got an answer? You want to say something?
No, I was just going to, agree with Tyler. I go back I look at pictures from our freshman year and, we're running out of the tunnel together and just think of all the memories that we've had since we've been here together. And it's kind of, crazy that, coming in at the same time on the same visit and pretty much kind of committing for sure at the same time is just, it's got work to see us, where we are today. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I saw y'all coming off the field, I think, last ball game, arm in arm. I thought that was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And there's a picture of us coming out of the tunnel our freshman year. That's very similar to that one. And you can see how both of us have grown. And it's crazy to see how fast time flies because it feels like we were freshmen not too long ago.
I hear you. Ty, anything you want to tell on T-Book? Anything you want to tell here? You can share something we could play over the air.
I tell a funny story about Tyler. So like I said earlier, we're best friends on the team, always in each other's rooms in Bryant Hall. But one night, everybody has those days where it just, it's an up and down day, and one night coming back home from doing some homework, and he was walking out and stuff, and I was messing with him because he ordered some DoorDash or something and went to the wrong place. It was late at night or whatever, so I was like, oh, just like big baby's all upset, like don't bad. And I was filming him, and he wasn't in the mood, so it was my fault. But he got so mad, he hit my phone and he broke it. And so we're both sitting there, and I can look at it. I'm like, dude, like seriously, like you had to take it that far? Dead serious. He put that phone at my face, but eventually he paid for it. But because I was not trying to wake up the beast, but I woke up
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Ty. Hey, thanks for sharing that. Hey, we're at the close of the show. T-Book, can you tell people about your website, where they can find your merchandise and learn about you as well?
Yes, everybody should go check out my website, www.iamtylerbooker.com. You'll be able to find out more about me as a person, and you'll also be able to purchase some of my merchandise.
And that runs on our circuit below. Hey, was a great episode. Thank you, Ty Simpson. T-Book, always great. New Haven in the house. We'll see you next week with the book report. This is AP Stedham and T-Book and Ty Simpson. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Okay, now.